Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn lesson number 1, Sources of History, or Let's Know the History according to your new syllabus. In our curriculum of Standard 6th, we'll know about an interesting subject of social science. Social science give us information about social world of man like geography, economics, social condition and institutions, political activities and organizations. Subjects other than history introduce us with social life of present time, while history give us information about past of human society, with the help of which we know our present. Is it possible for us to know about social life of present time without having knowledge of past? No, it is not possible. How was man's life when he had not started using fire? Imagine how must have been life of people without agriculture, roads, transportation, houses, etc. History gives us information regarding all such aspects. History takes us to a different world of past. It gives us information about customs, traditions, beliefs, diet and dress of people of different generations. We feel as if we are wandering in some other world. Studying history enables us to develop better understanding of the world in which we live. Building knowledge and understanding of historical events and trends, especially over the past century, enables us to develop a much greater appreciation for current events. You must be thinking, why should we study about human society of the past? History is not only related with matters of past, but also act as a record with current system. What were our ancestors? Where did they live? What did they eat? History gives us information about many such matters. It informs us about changes that have occurred in human life. It is necessary to have knowledge of the past and to know and understand the present situation. Studying history can provide us with insight into our cultures of origin as well as cultures with which we might be less familiar. The past causes the present and so the future. So it is much necessary to learn history. Some tools and resources to know history are given over here. On your screen you can see such resources through which we can get the information about past. One such resource is Tadpatras for knowing history. Using this source, we get a lot of information about kings, administration and public life in ancient times. In the ancient time, man used palm leaves and birch bark for writing, what we call manuscript today. Tadpatra means manuscript written on the leaves of a palm leaves, which you can see here on your screen. Bhojpatras means a manuscript written on a birch bark which is found in Himalayas. Many such manuscripts have been found. Manuscripts written on the palm leaves and bark of a birch gives us information about man of ancient India. Such manuscripts have been preserved in temple and monasteries. They have text in Sanskrit, Prakrit and Tamil languages. Here you can see the tree of Bhojpatra on your screen. Bhojpatras means the writing written on the bark of a tree named Bhuj, available on the mountain of Himalayas. They also have been preserved in the form of books. They give us knowledge about custom and traditions, social beliefs, lifestyle of kings, science, education, medicines, animals, etc. The next resource are inscriptions. Now, what is known as inscription? The writing which are carved on a stone is known as inscription. Here you can see one such inscription of Ashoka. Articles which are carved on the metal and stone are called stone inscriptions. We can know about history from stone inscriptions. Many times inscriptions were done on metal also. Kings used to conserve with people by carving his orders and command on these rocks. Many kings and queens have inscribed information about their kingdom, victories, religion and culture on these stones. Stone inscriptions of Ashoka are very famous. Records and inscriptions written on these things last long. It can never be erased. Even today, these things are as it is. We can read it if we know this language easily. Even our book, paper or records in the net can go away. Books can tear away. In internet we can get format and our all data can be erased, but the writing carved on inscription last long. For long time we can be preserved. Second resource are vessels, but before that would like to share some information about copper plate. Copper plate means tamarpatram. The text which is engraved on a copper sheet is called tadpatra. Many kings have engraved information about their administration and donations on tadpatras. Such tadpatras have been found in Gujarat in large numbers. Another resource are vessels. You can see these vessels which gives us information about the past, that which type of vessels they used to use. During excavation, utensils, stone, tools and ancient ornaments are found which help us to know the history of ancient times. Another resource are coins. Coins are also an important source to know about history. We get information about the name of king, his religion, culture and time from these coins. Punchmark coins of 5th BC have been found in India. You can see punchmark coins on your screen, which is the oldest coin. Other than this, gold, silver, copper coins of Greek kings, Mauryan age, Gupta age have also been found. They give us information about their social, religious, economic and political structure of that state. The coins created by pressing metal pieces in the mold are called punch mark coins. Here you can see how these punch mark coins look like. History means information given by archaeologists about past of human society on the basis of research. They go to ancient place and dig out the houses, coins, bricks, stones, implements, sample of food, bonds of man and animals, etc., and study them and make us aware about culture of man of that time. So the person knowing ancient history is called archaeologist. Man has been wandering from one place to another since ancient times. Many travelers had visited other countries to know life of the people there. It is now also, it is not same everywhere. The way we are living, the way foreigners are living is totally different. So in ancient times also, there were many travelers. They used to come to India and make research about the people living in India. They write about the life of the people of India and also tell about how they used to live in their countries. So many travelers came to India and gave us information about other countries also. From the travel detail of such travelers, we get information about the history and culture of a country. It includes travelers like Megasthenes, Pliny, Phaya, Yuan Seng. He was a Greek traveler, one was a Chinese traveler. So all they used to come to India to study the life of the people. They used to come to India and learn how people live here, which religion the people of India are following, what type of food Indians eat, all these things they used to write in their book. The researchers of archaeologists and historians give us glimpse of great civilization which flourished in the northwest region on the bank of river Indus. In India, many cities existed more than 4,500 years ago. In the same way, it can also be known that many cities developed on the bank of river Ganga and nearby area about 2,500 years ago. This information is given by the archaeologists and the travelers who came to India. All these tools gives us information about customs, food, attire means clothing, technology and culture of people of that time. By exploring many cities and villages, they have given us information regarding cotton, barley, wheat. Besides this, they have also given us information about animals of that time. Archaeologists are the scholars who study about past. They categorize the tool found. Do researchers collect data from manuscripts, documents, archives and then scribe them in a right way. Archaeologists and historians bring past to life. Now we'll be studying name of the land. We know our country by two names, that is India and Bharat. The word India is derived from Indus, which is called Sindhu in Sanskrit language. People of ancient Iran and Greece were familiar with the Indus River. They came into contact with this region 2600 years ago. The Iranians called the Indus River Hindos and the people of Greece called Indus. They knew the east bank of the river as India, just as roughly we are making someone's name. One was saying Hindos and another was saying Indus. So they came to know this country with the name India. Internal talking was also done with the name of India in foreign countries. Now, the second name, we know about that name Bharat from Rigveda. Rigveda is the oldest book of Hindu culture, and from that we got this name Bharat. A group of people named Bharat came to settle in northwestern India. It is from their name. So that our country came to be known as Bharat. This group is also mentioned in the early week of Sanskrit, that is Rigveda. The name Bharat is written in it. So our country came to be known as Bharat also. And today we are knowing our country by these two names, India and Bharat. Last topic of this lesson is dateline. Time is very important in history. Events can be written along with time and place. We can relate time with date, month and year, such as July 20, 2018, Friday. As per it, time is associated with the birth of Jesus Christ. Birth of Jesus Christ, founder of Christianity, has been associated with the dateline. We are always having AC, BC, CE after one particular year in the history. So, in this topic, we'll learn what is AC, BC, AD and CE. If somewhere it is written AD, we call it Anno Domini is the full form of AD, which means year after the birth of Jesus Christ. For example, 2000 AD means 2000 years after the birth of Jesus Christ. Similarly, BC means before Christ, means years before the birth of Jesus Christ. If somewhere it is written 2000 BC, means 2000 years before the birth of Jesus Christ. See here, one scale is given, from that we are able to know what is the difference between AD and BC. AD means after the birth of Jesus Christ and BC means before the birth of Jesus Christ. In history, we often found CE instead of AD and BCE is written instead of BC. Now CE is the common era. It means AD, after the birth of Jesus Christ. This period, the year 2020 is going on. We can write here CE or AD also. And BCE means before common era, that is before the birth of Jesus Christ. Instead of BC you can write BCE also. As Christianity is associated with most nations of the world, we use the same dateline in India as in many nations. In many cases, the word BP is also used, which means before present. Before present, that means before the Jesus was present, before the birth of Jesus. But that BP is rarely used. So today we have learned about tools and resources to know history, in which first we had learned about Tadpatras. In ancient time, man used palm leaves and birch bark for writing. We called it a manuscript. Second was Bhojpatra. It means manuscript written on a birch bark which is found on the Himalayan mountain ranges. You can see both the trees, Tadpatra and Bhoj tree, on your screen. Second resource was inscription. Inscription are the articles which are carved on a metal and stone. We call them stone inscription. It can be in metal or it can be in stone also. Many kings and queens have inscribed information about their kingdoms, victories, religion and culture on these stones. Records and inscription written on these last long. It cannot be erased away. It stays for a longer period of time. Third resource was copper plate. The text which is engraved on copper sheet is called tadpatras. Many kings have engraved carving on the copper plates also. They give us information about name, religion, administration and donation of that particular king. Such tamarpatras or a copper plate have been preserved in Hemchandra Library in Patan. In many type of museum also you can see these tamarpatras. Fourth resource which we have studied was coins. Coins are also an important source to know about history. Gives us information about name of the king, his religion, his culture and the time in which this coin was used. Punchmark coin of 5th BC is known to be the oldest coin. These coins are created by pressing metal pieces in the mold. Now we are moving to archaeologists, historians and travelers. We saw that archaeologist is a person who tells us history. He gives us historical information, and travelers are the person who used to come in India from other countries and write about the life of the people of India. We get many much historical information from this book of travelers also. From that information we have learned that in India many cities existed more than 45 years ago. In the same way, it can be also known that many cities developed on the bank of river Ganga and nearby areas about 2500 years ago. We came to know this information from the books of travelers and with the help of archaeologists. All these tools gives us information about customs, food, clothing, technology and culture of the people of that time. Another important point was the name of the land Bharat and India. The word Bharat we got from Rigveda, which is the oldest book of Hindu, and it is believed that the word India is derived from Indus, which is the name of river. People of ancient Iran and Greece were familiar with the Indus river. They came into contact with the region 2600 years ago. So we also got that information that the name India has come before 2600 years ago. The Iranians was calling Indus as a Hindus and the Greeks were calling Indus. So the name India came into existence. Last topic was date line. Time is very important in history. We can find AD, BC, CE written on the historical events after every year. So we call AD as a Anno Domini, that means a year after the birth of Jesus Christ. AD means after the birth of Jesus Christ. And many times we saw BC written after the year. So that BC means before the birth of Jesus Christ. Many times we also see that CE is written instead of AD. CE means common era. That means after the death of Jesus Christ, and BCE is written instead of BC, that is before Christ. BCE means before common era, because Christianity is associated with most of the nation in the world, so we are using this date line as an international date line. In many cases, the word BP is also used, which means before present of Jesus Christ. So with this, the lesson gets over here. We'll come up with another lesson. Keep learning. Lesson 2 in the next video.